Hello there, fellow coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel World Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be worth a small fortune. From hidden gems that could be worth a fortune to little-known coins with a rich history, we'll explore it all. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting discoveries. And now grab your magnifying glasses and let's start our today's video. On top 1. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coinage and shining a spotlight on a coin that's often overlooked but holds significant historical importance: the 1993 United States quarter dollar. This particular quarter is part of a unique chapter in American history and has become a highly sought-after piece among collectors. The year 1993 might seem like a relatively quiet year in the grand scheme of history, but in terms of American coinage, it marked the tail end of a decade filled with changes and transformations. Let's step back in time and understand the significance of the 1993 quarter within the larger context of U.S. currency history. The design on this quarter remains part of the classic Washington quarter series, a series that has seen several modifications since its inception in 1932. This quarter, though, represents the final years of the 20th century, and much was about to change in the world of American coinage as we moved toward a new era. The quarter, featuring George Washington's portrait on the obverse, was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Since then, Washington's likeness has graced the quarter, with minor design updates over the years. But in 1993, the coin was part of the standard circulating coinage, meaning it wasn't part of any commemorative series or special release. Still, it was an important coin to collectors because it marked a moment of transition in U.S. currency design. The reverse side of the 1993 quarter features the classic eagle design, which had been a part of the quarter since the 1930s. However, the eagle design, though long-standing, would soon give way to newer designs in the following years. For now, this 1993 quarter represented continuity and tradition in the U.S. Mint's ongoing effort to maintain stability in its coinage while still adapting to the times. Interestingly, the 1993 quarter is part of a period when the U.S. Mint was transitioning from the traditional coin designs to new, more diverse commemorative designs. These changes in coin design would culminate in the State Quarters program, which began just a few years later in 1999. But for now, the 1993 quarter remained a simple and classic tribute to Washington and the national symbol of the eagle. As we look closer at the coin's design, we can appreciate the details that make it stand out among other quarters of its time. On the obverse, we see a portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. The detail in Washington's expression and the folds of his clothing reflect the artistry and dedication of the U.S. Mint to preserving the image of the nation's first president. Surrounding Washington's bust is the inscription Liberty, and below his portrait, we see the year of issue, 1993, along with the words "In God We Trust," a national motto that has appeared on U.S. coinage since 1864. On the reverse side, the American eagle is depicted with its wings spread wide, perched on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. The eagle's impressive stance is a reflection of the United States' enduring power and resilience, both of which have been hallmarks of the country's history. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, and the denomination of the coin, quarter dollar. While the design may seem simple, it's rich with symbolism and significance, representing the enduring values of the United States. However, the real value of this coin lies not in its design but in its condition, rarity, and the circumstances surrounding its release. In 1993, these quarters were minted in large quantities for circulation, but, like most circulating coins, they were subject to wear and tear as they passed through the hands of millions of people. As a result, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare, making the 1993 quarter an appealing target for collectors. So, what makes the 1993 quarter stand out in the eyes of collectors? Well, it's all about the rarity and the condition of the coin. Most 1993 quarters were spent and circulated widely, meaning they experienced wear, scratches, and discoloration from everyday use. Coins that were used in day-to-day transactions were subject to the rough treatment of pocket change and likely lost their original mint luster quickly. However, Some coins were carefully preserved or stored away, never entering circulation. These pristine, uncirculated examples are where the true value lies. The condition of a coin is crucial in determining its value, and in the case of the 1993 quarter, a well-preserved specimen can fetch a higher price from collectors. Coins that have remained in mint condition, with sharp details and no visible signs of wear, are rare and highly sought after. Collectors are always on the lookout for such coins, especially when they are from a year like 1993, which may not have been a standout in terms of special commemorations or limited editions, but still holds a special place in the broader context of American coinage. Collectors also keep an eye out for any variations or minting errors that may have occurred during the production process. Minting errors, such as double strikes, misprints, or off-center designs, can make a coin even more valuable. These errors are usually accidental and can make a coin unique. A 1993 quarter with such an error could be worth significantly more than a regular issue coin, adding an element of excitement and mystery to the hunt for rare pieces. Let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for. Just how much is the 1993 United States quarter dollar worth today? While most of the coins from this year are still valued at their face value of 25 cents, certain specimens in excellent condition are worth far more. If you happen to have a 1993 quarter in uncirculated condition, or one that features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value that's much higher. Some of these quarters have sold for as much as $67,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $67,000 for a single coin. The rarity and desirability of these coins in perfect condition have caused their value to skyrocket, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. So, if you've got a 1993 quarter hiding in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look. It could be worth a small fortune. On top 2. Today, we're delving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States 1994 quarter dollar. This particular coin, often overlooked by casual collectors, holds a unique charm and an intriguing story behind it. But the real twist is how much it could be worth today. Stick around, and we'll reveal the shocking value of the 1994 quarter dollar at the end. The 1994 quarter is part of the well-known Washington quarter series, which has seen decades of designs, updates, and shifts. Washington's image has graced the U.S. quarter since 1932, and the 1994 version is no exception. But it's not just any ordinary coin. It's a reflection of the nation at a specific moment in time. The 1994 quarter was minted during a period of transition for the U.S. Mint. It was the year after the creation of the famous 1993 quarter, which had already started marking a shift in American coinage design, foreshadowing the monumental changes coming in the years ahead. To understand the importance of the 1994 quarter, let's take a closer look at the historical context. In 1994, the United States was coming out of a period of significant economic change and social unrest. The early 90s were a time of growing global competition, new technological advances, and changes in the political landscape. Economically, the country was beginning to recover from the early stages of the recession, with new efforts underway to revitalize the economy. On a broader scale, the 1990s would eventually be known for its explosive growth in technology and culture, shaping the future of the world as we know it today. So, how did the 1994 quarter fit into this changing American landscape? Well, it didn't represent a dramatic shift in design or minting processes. Rather, it was a quiet continuation of the traditional Washington quarter series, representing a sense of continuity amidst all the other changes happening in the country. However, this coin would go on to become a favorite among collectors, particularly those who appreciate coins from more recent history that have the potential to increase in value over time. If we look at the design of the coin itself, it follows the classic formula that collectors have come to know and love. On the obverse, the coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington, which was first designed by artist John Flanagan in 1932. The details in Washington's likeness are a nod to the nation's founding principles, with the former president's stoic expression serving as a reminder of the resilience and leadership that defined America in its early years. Surrounding Washington's image are the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year of issue, 1994. The reverse side of the 1994 quarter features the same design that had been used since 1932, a perched eagle with outstretched wings, clutching an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other. This design is a representation of peace and strength, symbolizing the enduring power of the United States. The inscription on the reverse reads, United States of America and E pluribus unum, and below the eagle, we find the denomination quarter dollar. While the design may seem simple, it is rich in meaning and history, encapsulating the essence of America in just a few key elements. But as we all know, a coin's value isn't solely determined by its design. Other factors, such as minting quantities, condition, and rarity, also play a huge role. And that's where the real story of the 1994 quarter begins. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters for circulation, meaning that the vast majority of these coins were used in everyday transactions. As with most circulating coins, these quarters experienced wear and tear, leading to a significant drop in the number of coins that remained in pristine condition. A coin that has been kept in excellent condition is always worth more than one that has been used extensively. For collectors, the search for uncirculated or near-perfect coins is what makes this hobby so exciting. The mintages of the 1994 quarter were quite high, but that doesn't mean every coin from this year is easily accessible or inexpensive. In fact, the rarity of the 1994 quarter lies in the fact that it's becoming increasingly difficult to find examples that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. The 1994 quarter may not have had any special commemorative purpose or limited run, but over time, collectors have started to recognize that certain coins from this era are becoming rare treasures. It's important to note that the value of a 1994 quarter increases significantly based on its condition. Coins that are in uncirculated or gem-like condition can fetch far more than coins that have seen heavy circulation. The level of detail in the coin's design, including the sharpness of Washington's portrait and the fine lines on the eagle, is a key factor in determining its grade. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins that are graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, have a much higher chance of commanding a higher price. But the value doesn't stop there. Some of the 1994 quarters are known to have unique minting errors, which can make them even more valuable to collectors. These errors could include misprints, double strikes, or off-center minting, among others. Such errors, while rare, make a coin even more desirable because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out in any collection. A minting error can push the value of a 1994 quarter well beyond its typical market price to So. Let's get to the big reveal. How much could a 1994 United States quarter dollar be worth today? Well, if you happen to have one of these quarters in uncirculated condition or a rare error coin in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Some of these coins, especially those with errors or in pristine condition, have been sold for as much as $63,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $63,000 for a single 1994 quarter. The rarity of these coins, combined with the demand from collectors, has caused their value to soar over the years. What was once a simple quarter in circulation has now become a sought-after piece of American history, with some coins fetching tens of thousands of dollars. If you've got a 1994 quarter hidden away in your collection or stashed in your change jar, it might be worth more than you think. On Top 3, we're diving deep into an incredible piece of American history, the 1995 quarter dollar. Though many may overlook it as just another coin in circulation, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stay tuned as we explore its historical significance, design elements, minting details, and most importantly, its value today. By the end, we'll reveal just how much this quarter is worth. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The 1995 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been a staple in American coinage for decades. The coin's history begins in the 1930s when the first Washington quarter was introduced. However, by 1995, this classic design was still going strong, representing the continuity of American coinage in a rapidly changing world. This was the time when the country was in the midst of economic shifts, technology boom, and cultural transformation, making the quarter of this year an emblem of the era. During 1995, the United States was experiencing the economic boom of the 1990s. The country was riding the wave of a thriving economy, with a growing stock market, low unemployment, and technological innovation that would shape the future. These were the years before the dot-com bubble burst, and the early internet days had begun to change the way Americans lived, worked, and connected. The nation was at the precipice of a new digital era, and this coin, minted during that transformative time, serves as a tangible connection to that past. As the 1990s unfolded, the U.S. Mint continued to produce its standard circulating coins, including the Washington quarter. The quarter in question, minted in 1995, would continue the legacy of the Washington Quarter series, but it also existed as a part of a larger moment in American history. Many coins were produced in large numbers, but the story of the 1995 quarter is different. While it was minted in standard quantities, its condition and unique features would later play a significant role in its value. The 1995 quarter features a design that has become iconic. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan in 1932. Washington, the first president of the United States, continues to serve as a symbol of the nation's founding principles. His stern, regal image represents strength and leadership, two qualities that have defined the United States since its inception. Surrounding Washington's image are the words "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left, and the year 1995 to the right. On the reverse of the 1995 quarter, we see the same familiar design that has been used for decades, a bald eagle with wings spread wide, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. This design, created by John R. Sinnock in 1932, was meant to symbolize the United States' strength and commitment to peace. The eagle represents the country's enduring power, and the olive branch and arrows signify its pursuit of peace while remaining ready to defend itself. Below the eagle are the words "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and the coin's denomination, quarter dollar. Despite the apparent simplicity of the 1995 quarter's design, there's an elegance and sense of continuity in the imagery. It's a design that reflects American values, strength, freedom, and unity, all embodied in one coin. The 1995 quarter was minted in large quantities, but over time, certain factors have made specific examples more rare and valuable. Coins produced in larger numbers tend to lose value as they are widely circulated and exposed to wear and tear. However, those that remain in pristine condition, those that were carefully preserved and shielded from the rigors of daily use, are the ones that pique the interest of collectors. The true value of the 1995 quarter lies in its condition and rarity. While many of these coins were produced for circulation and have been passed through countless hands, some remain in exceptional, near-perfect condition. These well-preserved examples are highly sought after by collectors. But it's not just about being in good condition. The rarity of the coin, combined with its high demand among collectors, increases its value. One of the most important things collectors look for is a coin's grade. Coins that are graded higher by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, command much higher prices than those in lower grades. A coin in mint state, or even one with a gem-like quality, can be worth exponentially more than a heavily circulated coin. The 1995 quarter, in particular, has some unique traits that make it especially desirable. Many coins from this era were struck in large numbers, meaning that only a select few have survived in perfect condition. These high-quality examples are rare, and their value has risen as demand for such pieces has increased over the years. Moreover, as with many other coins, there are some known varieties and errors in the 1995 quarter series that add an extra layer of intrigue. Errors such as double strikes, misprints, or other minting inconsistencies can cause a coin's value to skyrocket. Collectors who specialize in error coins are always on the lookout for these unique pieces, as they are often one-of-a-kind and extremely valuable. Now, we've come to the most exciting part of the story, the value of the 1995 quarter. If you happen to have one of these quarters in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or with a rare minting error, you could be in for a major windfall. Coins from this year, especially those that are graded as mint state or above, have been known to sell for as much as $51,000. Yes, that's right, $51,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin, which was once worth just a quarter of a dollar, can now be worth such an enormous amount. But that's the magic of coin collecting. The right coin, in the right condition, can be worth far more than its face value, and the 1995 quarter is a perfect example of that. If you've got a 1995 quarter in your collection or happen to stumble upon one in your spare change, it's definitely worth checking its condition and any potential for rare minting errors. It could be your ticket to a substantial reward. On top 4, we have a fascinating journey ahead as we explore the United States quarter dollar from 1996. This seemingly ordinary coin holds a hidden story that could make it worth more than you might expect. Stick around as we uncover the historical significance, stunning design, and the incredible value this coin holds today. The year 1996 was a pivotal time in American history, marked by a rapidly changing political landscape, the rise of new technologies, and the end of the Cold War. But it wasn't just history that was changing. This year also saw the minting of a quarter that would go on to become highly sought after by collectors. To understand its importance, we need to dive into the context of the coin's creation and what made the 1996 quarter stand out. In the mid-1990s, America was in a period of transformation. Bill Clinton had just been elected president, ushering in a new era of leadership and governance. The economy was thriving, fueled by technological advancements, the rise of the internet, and a booming stock market. This was a time of optimism and forward-thinking for the United States, but it was also a time of change, both politically and socially. The 1996 quarter was produced during a moment of American pride, as the nation celebrated its history and looked ahead to its future. Coin production in 1996 was no different from the years before it. Yet this particular quarter would come to be known as a key piece of American numismatic history. It was part of the regular Washington quarter series, which had been in circulation since 1932. Washington's image had become synonymous with the coin itself, and while this design had been around for decades, it still held tremendous significance. This was a coin that represented not only the country's enduring strength and stability, but also the everyday lives of the American people. The design of the 1996 quarter is instantly recognizable. On the obverse, you see the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Created by John Flanagan in 1932, this design has remained unchanged for decades, and its timeless elegance continues to symbolize the legacy of the nation's founding. Washington's face, calm and resolute, stares out, capturing the essence of a leader who stood at the helm of the American Revolution and the birth of a nation. Above his portrait, you'll find the word liberty, signifying the freedom and values that the United States was built upon. The phrase "In God We Trust" is inscribed to the left, reinforcing the deep roots of faith and spirituality in the country's foundation. Finally, the year 1996 is shown on the right side of the coin, marking the exact moment in history this coin was produced. Flipping the coin over, we see the reverse design, a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other. This design was created by John R. Sinnock in 1932 and symbolizes the strength and peace the United States represents. The eagle's fierce gaze and powerful stance reflect the country's determination to defend itself while maintaining a commitment to peace. Surrounding the eagle, you'll find the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, and the coin's denomination, quarter dollar. While the design is relatively unchanged from previous years, there is a subtle but significant element that makes the 1996 quarter stand out among its peers: its rarity and high-quality condition. Coins from this era were produced in large quantities, but as they were used in everyday transactions, many of them became worn and damaged. However, some of these coins were lucky enough to be kept in pristine condition, untouched by the wear and tear of daily life. And these are the coins that have become highly sought after by collectors. The key factor that determines the value of a coin is its condition. A well-preserved coin in mint state, meaning it shows no signs of wear or damage, is far more valuable than a coin that has been circulated for years. As the years go by, the number of well-preserved 1996 quarters becomes smaller and smaller, making them rarer and more valuable. The coins that were kept in high-quality condition are now in high demand among collectors who appreciate their historical significance and aesthetic beauty. But there's more to the 1996 quarter's appeal than just its condition. Some 1996 quarters also have minting errors or unique features that make them even more desirable. A small percentage of these coins were struck with flaws during the minting process, creating errors that are highly prized by collectors. These errors could range from double strikes to misprints or off-center coins, and they add an extra layer of intrigue to the coin's history. Error coins are often one-of-a-kind, making them exceptionally rare and valuable. Now, let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for: the value of the 1996 quarter. If you happen to have one of these coins in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a small fortune. In fact, some 1996 quarters have sold for as much as $47,000. That's right, $47,000 for a coin that originally circulated at just a quarter of a dollar. It's amazing how much value can be hidden in something as small as a coin, and the 1996 quarter is a perfect example of the power of rarity and condition in the world of coin collecting. If you've been holding on to any 1996 quarters, it might be worth taking a second look. If they're in excellent condition or have some rare minting flaws, you could have a treasure worth a significant amount. It just goes to show that sometimes, the most unassuming coins can hold the greatest value. On Top 5, we're exploring a fascinating piece of American history: the United States 1998 quarter dollar. This seemingly modest coin has quite the story to tell, filled with historical context, beautiful design elements, and surprising value. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn about the coin's intricate details, but also find out just how much a well-preserved 1998 quarter could be worth today. Stick around for the big reveal. Let's start with the historical background that gives this coin its significance. The year 1998 was an interesting time in American history. It was the tail end of the 1990s, a decade marked by economic prosperity, the growth of technology, and the internet boom. The United States was experiencing a period of relative peace and economic stability, but the world was on the brink of some major changes, both politically and socially. On the domestic front, Bill Clinton was in the White House, leading the nation through a time of expansion, innovation, and progress. Yet, despite the optimism of the era, the U.S. was also dealing with challenges like the rising influence of technology and the global impact of the financial markets. In 1998, the United States Mint continued its regular production of coins for circulation, including the quarter dollar. But what made the 1998 quarter stand out among the rest? Let's take a deeper look at its design, which holds the key to its appeal, both to collectors and historians. The 1998 quarter follows the familiar design of the Washington quarter, which had been in circulation since 1932. On the obverse side of the coin, we find the famous portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design, originally created by John Flanagan, has remained largely unchanged over the decades, symbolizing the country's stability and its reverence for its founding father. Washington's portrait is a recognizable symbol of the ideals of liberty, freedom, and leadership, which makes this coin timeless in its representation of the nation. In addition to Washington's image, the obverse of the coin also includes the words "Liberty" and the national motto, "In God We Trust," both engraved in a way that reinforces the country's foundational values. At the bottom, you'll see the year, 1998, marking the exact moment this coin was minted. While the front of the coin showcases Washington's portrait, the reverse side is where things get a little more interesting. On the reverse of the 1998 quarter, you'll find the traditional design featuring a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other. The eagle symbolizes the United States' strength, power, and commitment to both peace and defense. This design, created by John R. Sinnock in 1932, has been a staple of the quarter dollar for decades and is an emblem of national pride. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and "Quarter Dollar." These inscriptions further cement the coin's role as a representative of the American people. Now, while the design of the 1998 quarter might seem familiar, there's something special about this particular year that adds to its intrigue. The 1998 quarter is part of the continued production of the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over time, the series evolved, with new variations and special issues being released, but the standard Washington quarter remained a core part of American currency. The 1998 quarter, like many of its counterparts, was minted in large quantities for general circulation. However, as is often the case with coins from the late 20th century, many of these quarters were used and worn over time. Because of this, coins from this period that are still in excellent, uncirculated condition are becoming increasingly rare and valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been preserved in near-perfect condition, and the 1998 quarter is no exception. One of the things that sets the 1998 quarter apart is that it was minted during a time when the United States Mint was still producing coins in large numbers for public circulation. Coins from this era are often found in varying degrees of wear and damage, making well-preserved specimens highly prized by collectors. The condition of the coin is a major factor in determining its value. A quarter from 1998 that is in mint state, with no visible signs of wear, can fetch a higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. As with many coins, the presence of minting errors or unique features can also increase a coin's value. Some 1998 quarters may have subtle imperfections, such as double strikes, off-center mintings, or other anomalies that make them stand out from the standard issue. These coins, often referred to as error coins, are highly coveted by collectors because of their rarity and unique characteristics. If you happen to own one of these error coins, you could be holding on to a very valuable piece of numismatic history. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 1998 quarter. If you have one of these quarters in excellent condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be in for a surprise. While a typical 1998 quarter may only be worth its face value of 25 cents, some of these coins have sold for impressive amounts. In fact, certain uncirculated 1998 quarters or error coins have been known to fetch as much as $42,000. That's right, $42,000 for a quarter that once circulated for just a quarter of a dollar. It's a testament to the rarity and value that can be found in even the most ordinary-looking coins. The next time you come across a 1998 quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. If it's in pristine condition, or if it features an error or unique characteristic, you could be holding a valuable collector's item. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and this coin is just one example of how a seemingly ordinary piece of currency can turn into a small fortune. Thank you for watching this video on the United States 1998 quarter dollar. I hope you've learned something new and exciting about this coin's history, design, and potential value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Keep on collecting, and who knows, you might just find a treasure hiding in your own coin jar.